Good evening. This is another edition of One-on-One with OtunbaHOO. Well, the program, we have not shown the last one for one or two reasons, but we're back on the track of showing and showcasing guests. And I have a couple of women that I've shown. There is another one tonight with me in the studio. You're going to find out how powerful, how connected, all what this woman can do. In fact, by the time she tells you what she does and all that kind of thing, you'll be amazed. So with me tonight in the studio is a barrister, an advocate of so many things, and her name is Mrs. ADEOLA Fasubaa.
Good evening.
I always do short introductions because you know why? I want you to tell our viewers more about yourself, introduce yourself, so they can find out from the horse's mouth. So who is Mrs. ADEOLA Fasubaa?
I'm a wife, a mother, an advocate. I advocate for disabled people. I work on gun and knife crime issues. I'm an advocate for the youth. I also work with women and families.
You work with women, you know there are so many categories. Is it this woman that's with disability, or women like single parents, or women who are in need of what type of women, kind of women are we talking about?
I work with women generally. I run an organization called Oasis Empowerment and Advocacy Foundation. We empower women, young people, disabled people, so women cut across all this. And we also try to make sure that families stay together. And if they cannot stay together for whatever reason, it doesn't have to end up in acrimony or bitterness because of the young people involved most of the times. So obviously we may have cases of domestic violence, rape, issues like that that are connected with women. So we deal with all this also.
The women you're talking about, are they mainly ethnics, or they can be from anywhere?
Generally, you'll be amazed at
not necessarily African women alone.
Not necessarily African women alone. Yeah, everyone can suffer domestic violence. Any type of powerful woman that you would think would stand on their feet. When it comes to emotional issues, there are times they cannot handle it. So they may suffer domestic violence. It doesn't have to be physical all the time.
Okay.
The emotional violence may be involved also. So the emotions, the emotional abuse, the emotions are played on. So a lot of women suffer these things. And also we've discovered that men also suffer from abuse. From
so if a man comes to you and say, I've been abused by my wife, or
yes, there have been cases of that.
Would the man also get the same treatment, the same attention?
Yes.
Okay.
We try to make sure that we are objective in our disposition, in the handling of matters, and we look at both sides objectively. Definitely there are men that have been abused, physically and emotionally.
To contact you, even though we're going to talk about that towards the end of this program, but let's quickly take that off the... Now, how can we contact you? How can one get to you? How can one find you?
Oh, well, we have our website. We have telephone numbers that I can give out during the program.
Okay.
So, yeah, the website, telephone numbers, email, Google,
okay,
Facebook, we're on there. We're on social media.
Yeah, probably we can show that to the screen, on the screen, or you can tell us slowly the details, because you never know, people that are watching this program, they might have to contact you or have a need to contact you. So you're ready to help.
Yes.
Yeah. Part of your area of occupation, you're a trained lawyer.
Yes.
Which part of the area of law do you specialize in?
Arbitration and mediation.
Okay.
Also construction law.
Construction law.
Yes. So I joke sometimes with the young people I mentor that I'm a builder also.
Okay.
I build lives, and I'm involved in building edifices as much as possible.
And youth with disability, are you also able to help them if they?
Oh yes, I'm very passionate about disabled people because I've gone through disability myself. I know how one can be stigmatized and issues the disabled people face, especially disabled women in Africa. So we help with that. We have a skills acquisition center in Abuja at the moment, where women, disabled people, young people can come
okay.
in.
You also have a branch of your NGO in Nigeria?
Yes.
I thought it's only here.
Oh, it's in Abuja also.
It's in Abuja also.
And we're gradually moving into Lagos in Nigeria.
Okay.
So we have a skills acquisition center where they can come and learn crafts, learn a new trade, a new skill to empower themselves so they can be useful to society.
Okay. Well, this may be just on the light side of it. I also seen part of your CV. You're also known to, you are called also Lady D Light. What does that mean? How did you get that? How did you come about that?
Oh, well, a lot of people shorten my name, ADEOLA, to Deola or D.
Oh, okay.
So, Lady D came out of that. Some people will say Mama D.
Oh.
So it's just...
everything I go with Lady D. So,
yes,
okay, all right.
People feel comfortable with.
That's interesting. Now, let's go a little bit, not too far away from what you do. Because as I can see, you are more of an NGO person. Which is it? Is law business is more passionate? Are you more passionate about your law business, or are you more passionate about NGO? So.
I think I'm passionate about both.
About both.
Because with the law, we have the mediation aspect also, which we embark on a lot.
Okay.
Mediation between people, two parties, it could even be corporations. So we do a lot of that and arbitration. With the NGO, we've concentrated a lot on it recently, yes, because of the young people involved. In the UK, for example, we have a campaign against gun and knife crime.
Gun and knife, yes.
In Nigeria, we have a campaign against drug abuse. So amongst the young people, these are the prevalent issues at the moment. In the UK, it's gun and knife crimes. In Nigeria, it's drug abuse.
Talking about gun and knife, or knife and gun, what are the main causes of this problem? Because I've been to a couple of seminars where I participated, I talk, but I want you to, you are the full, kind of a full-time participator or convener of this campaign. What did you find out? What do you think is the main cause of this? Because as it is, the majority of you that are killed already are from the ethnicity minority, are mostly victims of this gun and knife. Something like that. What are the causes, and what do you think we can do to resolve this problem?
To correct you slightly there, yes, we have a lot of black young people being killed
Mm.
and involved in gun and knife crime. We have Nigerians, a lot of Nigerian young people.
More Nigerians than...
Yeah, more Nigerians at the moment.
Mm.
And but it's not just a Nigerian issue, it's a black issue. And it's not just a black issue anymore, unfortunately. It's all across the UK, even white.
Just among the
people.
youths?
Yes, among the youths.
Okay, what are the causes?
The dysfunctional families, the parents probably going through a divorce or separation, and mothers keeping fathers away from seeing the children, fathers keeping the mothers away. In the process, the young people get angry. They're very angry at the moment. They're very upset. Some of them is because they've been excluded from school. So there's that feeling of anger of being not feeling worthy. So they take it out on one another. There's also the issue of fear. Some carry knives because they're afraid somebody else is going to carry a knife and come stab them. So they need to protect themselves. But at the basis of this itself, you'll find that drugs really play a huge part. There's some older people that are using these young people as mules.
When you sorry to interject. When you say drug plays a substantial part of the problem, are we saying smoking it or selling it? Which one? Because I want our viewers...
Combination of both. What they do is they groom these young people up.
Who?
These older people, these barons, these people that sell drugs.
Okay.
They groom them.
They engage the youth.
Yes. And when they've done that,
to do what?
to sell for them.
Okay.
Some of them, when they know they're going through issues in their families, and you'll know, usually with teenagers, it's difficult for them to speak up anyway, to engage with their parents at a certain point in time, especially when there's a separation. They need somebody to talk to. And if they can't get that at home, these people engage them. They get them involved. They show them love that they're probably not getting at home, or they think they're not getting. They give them comfort in one way or the other. The things that parents may not be able to afford, like 200-pound trainers, they will buy them for them. So they gain their confidence and they warm up to them. And in the process, they groom them and start using them. I heard the story of a young man, young boy, that will change from his school uniform, be taken up to Birmingham from London as a drugs mule. And when it's time to come home, they bring him back. He changes back into his school uniform. So his parents don't even know he's been anywhere.
Wow.
So things like that are happening. And these people are grooming these young people up. So in the process, they get involved themselves. They test them on smoking, injecting, whatever it is. They become addicts sometimes.
And this subsequently becomes entrepreneur in it.
Yes. So it's a horrible cycle. So they themselves grow up and then they engage the younger ones. And it's going on like that.
In the recent time, almost about 60 odd number of victims.
Over the weekend is risen over 60. We're about 70 now.
Which I think is very sad.
It's terrible.
People like you that shows so much passion about finding solution to it. What will you be suggesting to government to do? Because there must be a way out of this problem.
Well, we were at 10 Downing Street on Sunday for a protest organized by Anti-Knife UK. And part of the suggestions was tougher sentences. Tougher and
so
longer
if you are caught
with a knife.
With knife and gun.
There's no reason why one will carry a knife for whatever reason. Even butchers leave their knives in the shops when they finish work. So there's no reason why a knife should be on anyone at any point in time. And the type of knives being carried about nowadays, you'll be amazed. Very long knives.
Big one, massive.
Yes.
You know.
So tougher sentences.
Yes.
Tougher sentences for assault. Also, children being expelled. The expulsion issue affects a lot of these young people. So they feel
because they
angry.
make them idle.
Yes.
And
in the
idle
process,
hands.
they get involved in what they shouldn't get involved in.
Yeah.
So expulsion also should be addressed. It shouldn't be the first resort. There must be counseling. There must be engagement.
Yeah, I know. I agree that, but that kind of be, in fact, that could be extensive discussion for another day. Okay. Now, I quickly want to take you out of the UK. Nigerians, most Nigerian women do not want to run for elective offices in Nigeria. Why is that? Even though I must also congratulate many women these days, they are breaking barriers of they can also do this, they can do that. Unlike here, when I first came to Europe 1970, the first thing I noticed is I saw a woman driving locomotive, and I say, "Hello, what's going on here?" That I've never seen anything like that, you know. So why are our women not aspiring to be president, to be governor, to be this? Not many of them. I must say one or two of them, but why are not many? Like other countries where majority candidates are always women.
A lot of women are coming up in Nigeria now. There's a madam called Elishima. She's just come out. There was a professor last time, and I think there are about 3 professors now.
And the race?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
There was Madam Hassan. Where the problem has been is not that women don't try, but men have been dominant, and because of the African culture, this has held women back. But it's not that they're not making strides in various other ways. And the politics of Nigeria, the way it seems at the moment, although I try not to get into politics.
Oh, you yourself try to get into politics?
Not to discuss politics.
Oh, I see. Oh, you don't want to get into discussing it. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
that's part of the problem I'm talking about. You see, there's no way you're going to get involved in politics if you're not interested in politics.
No, I'm not interested.
And nobody is going to come and pick Mrs. Fasubaa at home, come and be governor or come and be chairman of this. You must be involved, proactive in politics.
There are people that are involved all the time in politics. They're very proactive about it. At the moment, I am not, because I'm doing other things.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
Yes. But a lot of women are involved in politics in Nigeria. We've seen them. They're making strides. They're making an effort. And with this prompting from you, I just may get involved. But as I said before...
That'd be nice, because like I said, and hopefully...
But I'm busy at the moment raising leaders.
Okay.
Raising the next generation of leaders. I work with young people. My passion at the moment is making sure that the next set of leaders are not corrupt, are not avaricious.
Talking about corruption, how do you prevent that? You want to catch them when they are young?
Yes, because that's the most important thing.
What do you
find that there's a generation that seems to have been lost along the line, that have gone the wrong way because of what they've seen. And what we are trying to do is make sure that that doesn't happen with this new generation springing up.
What do you offer them?
Training.
I have reasons why I'm asking that question. Okay. What do you offer them?
Training, mentorship, one-on-one. We spend time with them, boot camp. The Skills Acquisition Center is there, as I mentioned earlier. So there are various things that we're doing with them.
You make them to focus on profitable things?
Yes.
Things that are not going to profit them,
you discourage them? In May, we had about 450 youth couples that we mentored. We spent the day with them, and they were amazed at the structure. We spoke about drug abuse, mental health awareness, because young people in Nigeria are committing suicide. There was a recent case of a pupil of a very prominent school in Nigeria that committed suicide. So all these issues are prompting our young ones to do things. Obviously, there's the drug abuse issue, as I mentioned earlier. We spent a whole day with them, training, mentoring, counseling, doing one-to-ones, everything possible. And at the end of the day, the feedback was amazing. They were saying they'd never experienced such.
Are they responding nicely?
Yes, they're asking for more. They're asking us to come back. Somebody sent me a message and said, "Oh, when are you coming to Lagos? When are you coming to Osogbo?" Because the session was in Abuja. The next day we had secondary school students from a cross-section of schools come up also for the same program. So we're doing a lot with them, and it's having an impact.
I must say thank you for that, because when you look at the level of how corruption, terrible things are going in our polity, in the society, how endemic these terrible things are going. So people like you, we appreciate you because you are doing a good job, because you are helping, you are subsidizing, you are helping where governments are not very active, and I hope you get the support. Now, I quickly want to take you to living women. But women in Nigeria are still not organizers. They are not mechanics.
We have
Nigerian
mechanics, we
women
have
organizers,
yes.
mechanics,
Yes,
tailoring. I mean, tailoring has always been so.
Yeah.
We know that.
And earlier you mentioned that women don't drive or wearing driving.
Well, we don't have railways in Nigeria anyway, so in fact,
you've forgotten about Fela's mother.
Yes,
well, that was way back in the 60s, I believe, or actually 50s.
Yes.
You would know. So, yeah. We had women driving as far back as that. So Nigerian women are not lazy. They're very strong. They're very hardworking. They actually take on a lot, where you find that some men don't even work. It's their wives that do all the work. They'll go out and farm. We have women farmers.
Okay.
And after farming, they come to the market to sell their produce.
Yes. And they use the money to support the family, which is good.
In Abuja, we're already working on starting a cooperative for women, selling stuff, farming. So there's a lot of work going on with women.
I'm very, very happy to hear, Mrs. Fasubaa. Now, one area before we round up, before we close because of time, there are many women that are desperate. Even when they're pregnant, they still want to travel out of Nigeria. And somebody said to me, why are you so desperate? Quickly, just 1 minute. Why do you think they're so desperate? When they know even they're going to Libya, it's not going to bring them any, it's a risk. But they're still willing to take that risk. Just 1 minute, please. Why?
Some of them have been brainwashed that there's nothing good in Nigeria at the moment.
The same thing saying anything, anywhere but Nigeria?
Yeah, but it's sad that, yes, there are issues in Nigeria. Corruption has eaten into the fabric of the nation. But there are good things in Nigeria. And we need to work on making things better. If everyone leaves, nothing will happen. It will just go from 10 to 0. But there are people that are working hard, trying to make sure that the country moves ahead.
Things are better, yeah.
Yes, and leaving is not the issue, because the grass is not always green on the other side.
Well done. Thank you very much. Finally, I just want to say to you, it's my pleasure having you. There are a couple of other things I'm going to reserve for the next time. So, which means you are going to be invited again. You've done the part 1, maybe probably part 2, we'll be able to talk about area of law, rule of law in our country. Why is the country so, the people or everything is so lawlessly. Things are not working. You and I know that. Yeah. We're still struggling to have light, water, good roads. Politicians are taking advantage of the poor. They do the grassroots is just like they're helpless. They don't know what to do. So next time, I have no doubt in my mind that you probably going to be one of the best person to talk to. You will have an idea of what I'm talking about. Then you can elucidate. Illuminate. Give us more information. People will. So it's been my pleasure having you on one-on-one with OtunbaHOO, and so I want to thank you very much for coming. So viewers, I've been rubbing mind or talking to a legal person, put it that way, a learned friend, I must say also, the person of Mrs. ADEOLA Fasubaa. As she says, she's into everything that will help humanity. She's very supportive of anything and everything that will help children to develop, to protect them, families, and so on and so forth. That is her passion. That is her main area of occupation. Let's quickly get your details. You can say it because we have no...
Okay, telephone number is 077
077
602
602
11 820.
820. Can we repeat that, please?
077
077
602
602
11
820.
820.
820. With this
Email?
number, if you call Mrs. ADEOLA Fasubaa, she'll be able to take your call, and if you have any issues, one-on-one, you can talk with her, and I'm sure she can take you forward. So
the email address.
The email address, yeah, okay, yeah.
It's quite simple. It's just mrsfasubaa@gmail.com.
Okay, yes, Mrs. Fasubaa at
gmail.com.
The Fasubaa is,
oh yeah,
I'm going to spell that.
F for Freddy.
F for Freddy or F for friend.
A
for apple.
S for sugar.
S for sugar.
U for umbrella.
E for umbrella.
No, U for umbrella.
Oh, U for umbrella.
B for boy.
B for boy.
And double A.
And double A. Let's start again.
F.
Mrs.
Fasubaa
at gmail.com. The spelling of Fasubaa is F for friend of fox, A for apple, S for sugar, U for union, B for bravo, apple, Fasubaa. It's been my pleasure having you on one-on-one.
Likewise. Thank you.
Thank you very much for
You're
coming.
welcome.